The birthday cake had 32 candles. My mother had insisted on getting it from that expensive bakery in Brookline, the one that charged $80 for a basic cake. The one I paid for, like I paid for everything else. Make a wish, sweetie, my mother said, her smile bright and fake. I closed my eyes and wished for the same thing I'd wished for the past 5 years, that my parents would finally become self-sufficient. I blew out the candles. Everyone clapped. My parents, my younger sister Madison, her boyfriend Tyler. My small family gathered in the condo I rented for my parents in downtown Boston. The condo I paid $4,200 a month for. Present time, Madison sang out, handing me a small wrapped box. Inside was a bracelet, silver, delicate, probably $40 from Macy's. It's beautiful, Addie. Thank you. Your turn, Madison said to our parents. My father cleared his throat. My mother's smile had frozen into something uncomfortable. Dad pulled an envelope from his jacket pocket and slid it across the table. Happy birthday, Vanessa. The envelope was thick, legal-sized. My name was typed on the front. I opened it. Inside was a formal letter on attorney letterhead. Notice to vacate premises to Vanessa Clark. You are hereby notified that your tenancy at 447 Commonwealth Avenue, Unit 12 bits, is terminated effective immediately. You must vacate the premises by 11:59 p.m. on May 14, 2024. Failure to comply will result in legal action. Today was May 14th, my birthday. They were evicting me, with 12 hours notice. What is this? My voice came out strangled. We've been talking, my mother said, not meeting my eyes. And we think it's time you moved out. You're 32. You shouldn't be living with your parents anymore. I don't live with you. You live in my condo, the one I rent, the one I pay for. Technically, my father said, the lease is in our names. So legally, it's our residence, and we're asking you to leave. I stared at them. 2 years ago, they'd been days away from homelessness. Their house had been foreclosed after my father's business failed. They'd come to me desperate, asking for temporary help. I'd found them this condo, put the lease in their names so they'd feel independent, paid the rent every month, paid their utilities, their groceries, their car insurance, their health insurance, given them a $3,800 monthly allowance for expenses. For 2 years, I'd supported them completely while working 80-hour weeks at my tech startup. And now they were evicting me, on my birthday, with 12 hours notice. Why? I asked. We need space, my mother said. And frankly, your presence here is complicated. Complicated how? You're always working, my father said. Always busy. You make us feel like we're in the way. And Madison mentioned she might want to move to Boston, so we thought. You're evicting me so Madison can move in? Madison had the grace to look uncomfortable. They asked if I wanted to. I said maybe. I didn't know they were going to kick you out. You have until midnight, my father said firmly. We've already changed the locks for tomorrow morning. We'll put your belongings in storage if you can't remove them in time. I looked at the eviction letter, at the lawyer's name, at my parents' signatures at the bottom. They'd planned this, hired an attorney, signed documents, all while I'd been paying their bills, funding their lives, working myself to exhaustion to keep them comfortable. Okay, I said quietly. Okay? My mother blinked. You're not going to argue. No, you're right. It's time I moved out, time for independence for all of us. I stood up, leaving the cake untouched. I'll be gone by midnight. I went to my room, the small second bedroom I'd been living in while my parents took the master suite, and started packing. I didn't have much. I'd been living like a guest for 2 years, most of my belongings in storage. Clothes, laptop, a few books. Everything fit in my car. While I packed, I opened my phone and my banking app. The condo rent, $4,200/month, canceled autopay. Utilities, $300/month, canceled. Their car insurance, $420/month, canceled. Their health insurance, $650/month, canceled. The monthly allowance, $3,800, canceled. Groceries typically charged to my credit card. I removed their access. Their phones on my family plan. I scheduled cancellation for tomorrow. Everything. Every financial lifeline I'd been providing, gone. Then I called my lawyer. Hey David, I need you to do something for me tonight. At 11:47 p.m., I loaded the last box into my car. My parents watched from the living room, my mother looking guilty, my father looking relieved. Where will you go? Madison asked. I have options. I had 17 options, actually. Hotel points from all my work travel. But I didn't tell them that. We'll talk soon, right? My mother said. This doesn't mean we're not family. You evicted me on my birthday with 12 hours notice. What do you think it means? Don't be dramatic. I'm not being dramatic. I'm being accurate. I picked up my keys. Oh, by the way, the lease on this condo is actually in a trust. My trust. I had my lawyer set it up that way for tax purposes. Your names are on it as tenants, but I'm the legal owner. My father's face went pale. What? Which means the eviction notice you had your lawyer draw up? It's worthless. You can't evict me from my own property. I smiled. But I can evict you, and I am. You have 30 days per Massachusetts law. The eviction notice will be delivered by my attorney tomorrow morning. You can't do that. I can. I did. You wanted independence? You've got it. Starting tomorrow, you're on your own. I headed for the door. Wait. My mother cried. Where will we go? I don't know. Figure it out. You're adults. You managed before I helped you. You'll manage again. Vanessa, please. You evicted me on my birthday. I'm giving you 30 days, which is 30 more than you gave me. I'd say we're even. I left them standing there and drove away. I checked into the Mandarin Oriental using points, unpacked my belongings, ordered room service, and slept better than I had in 2 years. The next morning, my phone started ringing at 6:47 a.m. Mom, please call me. We need to talk. Dad, this is ridiculous. You're overreacting. Madison, Mom's crying. Can you please fix this? I ignored them all and went to my startup's office. We had a major product launch in 3 weeks. I had work to do. 3 days later, I was in a meeting when my phone buzzed with a call from my mother. I sent it to voicemail. She called again and again. Finally, I stepped out and answered. What? My card was declined, she said, her voice panicked. At Whole Foods. In front of everyone. The cashier tried it 3 times. It didn't work. That's because I removed you from my credit card account. You what? I canceled all the financial support I was providing. You wanted independence. You got it. But I can't buy groceries. Then use your own money. We don't have any money, you know that. Then I suggest you find a grocery store cheaper than Whole Foods. Try Market Basket. Much more affordable. Vanessa, please. We can't survive without your help. You evicted me with 12 hours notice on my birthday. You had a lawyer draft documents. You planned to put my belongings in storage. You were ready to make me homeless because you wanted Madison to have my room. My voice was cold. Did you think about whether I could survive without a home? That's different. How? How is it different? You're young and successful. You have options. We're in our 60s. We can't just start over. Then you shouldn't have evicted your daughter who was keeping you financially afloat. Actions have consequences, Mom. You're punishing us. I'm letting you be the independent adults you claim to want to be. Figure it out. I did. After you kicked me out with 12 hours notice. I hung up. Day 5, my father called. The insurance company says our health coverage lapsed. You need to fix that immediately. No, I don't. I have a doctor's appointment next week. Then I suggest you find insurance. Healthcare.gov is a good place to start. Do you know how much insurance costs at our age? Yes. I've been paying it for 2 years, $650 a month, which you'd know if you'd ever looked at the bills I was paying. We can't afford that. Then you should have thought about that before you evicted me. We didn't think. Exactly, you didn't think. You didn't think about how you survive without my financial support. You just wanted me gone so Madison could have my room. It wasn't about Madison. Then what was it about? Explain to me why you evicted your daughter who was paying all your bills. Silence. That's what I thought. I hung up. Day 7, Madison showed up at my office. Security called. There's a Madison Clark here to see you. Send her up. Madison walked into my office looking exhausted. Mom and Dad are freaking out. I'm aware. The eviction notice from your lawyer arrived. They have 23 days left. Correct. Where are they supposed to go? That's their problem, not mine. Nessa, come on. There are parents who evicted me on my birthday. Parents who took my financial support for granted while planning to make me homeless. Parents who valued having you live with them more than keeping their daughter who was paying for everything. They didn't know you cut them off. What did they think would happen? That I'd keep paying their bills after they evicted me? That I continue funding their lifestyle while they change the locks to keep me out. Madison sat down. They made a mistake. They made a choice. A calculated, planned, legally documented choice. And now they're facing the consequences. They can't afford to live without you. Then they shouldn't have kicked me out. So that's it? You're just done with them? They were done with me first. I'm just respecting their decision. Madison looked at me with tears in her eyes. When did you become so cold? When I got evicted by my parents on my birthday after 2 years of paying their bills and asking for nothing in return except basic respect. That's when. Day 14, my phone rang from an unknown number. Ms. Clark? This is Patricia Rodriguez from Elder Services. Your parents came to our office today asking about emergency housing assistance. Okay. They mentioned they're being evicted by their landlord, you, and have nowhere to go. They're in their 60s and concerned about homelessness. Ms. Rodriguez, did they mention that they evicted me 2 weeks ago with 12 hours notice? On my birthday? While I was the one paying all their bills. They didn't mention that. Did they mention that I've been supporting them financially for 2 years, paying their rent, insurance, groceries, utilities, giving them a monthly allowance, and that they repaid me by serving an eviction notice during my birthday celebration? They said you were their landlord and turned against them suddenly. They're my parents. I was helping them. They evicted me. I'm giving them 30 days notice, which is 30 days more than they gave me. They're adults in their 60s, not helpless elderly people. They're fully capable of working, but they've chosen not to because I was paying for everything. I see. That's different from what they presented. I'm sure it is. Let me be clear. I'm not a cruel landlord evicting vulnerable seniors. I'm a daughter who was evicted by her parents after 2 years of financial support, and I'm simply stopping that support. Understood. Thank you for clarifying. Day 23, my parents showed up at my office building. Security called again. Your parents are in the lobby. They're asking to see you. Should I send them up? No. Tell them I'm in meetings all day. They say they'll wait, then they'll be waiting a long time. At 6 p.m., security called again. They're still here. I sighed. Fine, send them up. My parents looked terrible. Clothes rumpled. My mother's hair unwashed. My father's face gaunt. We need to talk, my father said. You have 7 days left in the condo. After that, my lawyer will pursue formal eviction if you're still there. Where are we supposed to go? My mother asked. I don't know. Where was I supposed to go when you gave me 12 hours? We made a mistake. Yes, you did. We're sorry, my father said, and he actually looked it. We were wrong. We took you for granted. We treated you terribly. We're sorry. Okay. Okay, my mother repeated. That's it? Just okay. What do you want me to say? That I forgive you. That everything's fine? That I'll go back to paying your bills while you treat me like an inconvenience? We want another chance, my father said. We want to make this right. How? We'll get jobs. We'll contribute. We'll pay you back. You're in your 60s. You haven't worked in 2 years. Who's going to hire you? Someone will. We'll do whatever it takes. I looked at them, really looked at them, for the first time in days. They looked broken, desperate, finally understanding what they'd done. Here's what's going to happen, I said. You have 7 days in the condo. During those 7 days, you will both apply for jobs. Retail, fast food, grocery stores, I don't care. Something that provides income. We will. I'm not finished. You'll also apply for subsidized housing. There are programs for low-income seniors. You'll use them. You'll downsize your lifestyle to match your actual income. What about our allowance? My mother asked quietly. What allowance? The $3,800 a month I was giving you? That's gone. You'll survive on what you earn. That's what independence means. We can't live on minimum wage. Then you'll learn to budget. You'll learn to live within your means. You'll learn what it's like to work for your survival instead of expecting your daughter to fund your comfortable retirement. Will you help us at all? My father asked. I'll help you find jobs. I'll help you apply for assistance programs. I'll help you transition to independent living. But I will not give you money. I will not pay your bills. I will not be your ATM. Those days are over. But we're family. You evicted me on my birthday with 12 hours notice. After 2 years of me supporting you completely, you broke this family. Now you get to see if we can fix it. My mother was crying. My father looked older than I'd ever seen him. Will you ever forgive us? Mom whispered. Maybe. Eventually. But forgiveness doesn't mean going back to the way things were. It means moving forward differently, with boundaries, with mutual respect, and with you supporting yourselves instead of depending on me. We understand, my father said. Good, now go home. You have 7 days to figure out your next move. Use them wisely. That was 4 months ago. My parents both work now. Mom's at Target, dad's at Lowe's. They live in a subsidized senior apartment, 2 bedrooms, small but clean. They pay $800 a month based on their income. We have dinner once a month. They pay for their meals. Last week was my birthday again, 33. They took me to a modest Italian place. No expensive bakery cake, no eviction notices. My father gave me a card with a check inside for $200. It's not much, he said, but it's from our earnings. Our own money. We wanted to give you something real this year instead of what we gave you last year. The eviction notice? I asked. The worst gift anyone's ever given, my mother said. We're still sorry, we'll always be sorry. I know. Are we okay? My father asked. I looked at the check. $200 from people working retail in their 60s. It probably represented a week's pay. We're getting there, I said. It takes time to rebuild trust, but yeah, we're getting there. It wasn't perfect. The hurt was still there, but so was something else. Respect. Boundaries. A relationship built on honesty instead of dependence. And no one had given me any eviction notices. That was progress.